Oh, you know what? All right, smart the lines. Then up. Wait, what the hell? Wait, like what? Why? All right. All right, that should be a good starting point. And then we're gonna get our, lights. Oh my god, where is your fucking remote? All right, found it. All right. I'm gonna grab. You know what? I think I'm good like this. Yeah. All right. What the heck is code helper? Code. What fucking code? What? What the memory size? 1 terabyte? What? Wow, this is amazing. I want to pick this so bad, but I don't know what it is. All right, and I think it's time to find some. But yeah, let's worry about that later. I think our stream is looking good. So I'm gonna go to content, go to live. All right, so I should be able to, view the stream in a control. All right, so yeah, we are back and we are live. So yeah, I just wanted to like keep working on the issue I was working on the other time, which has to do with transactions refresh. All right. So hey, hello, welcome everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are. Most definitely, I appreciate you joining this call. I mean, joining this live. So yeah, today we're going to be vibe coding. You already know. I'm sure you can tell from the title. And what we do have here is much of a Flutter project. So it's a Flutter project. I mean, Flutter front end, super base back end, and like vibe coding middle end, if you will. So all right, I'm gonna close this. Go to here. I can minimize this as well because nope, because I'm not currently using this. Mm, I might want to take a look at this from time to time, but mostly for the chat, right? So make sure the chat is completely viewable. All right, so dashboard, not using that for now. All right, so like yeah, so right now, what I want Zencoder to do is to modify this function to make use of the colons in what's it called? Yeah, to make use of the colons in was is oh my god. From nope, not this one. Okay, yeah, here, yeah, this one. So yeah, I want the yeah, I want the function to make use of this new columns for cursor value, right? So I pretty much want to just use cursor, like this cursor text does not need to be encrypted because without the, plat token, which is already encrypted, right? Like you pretty much cannot use that cursor value. So I'm just gonna tell Zencoder to do that. So line 353. So it says it already does that. 353. I mean, that is a huge lie. That is not true. Like, this is just so not true, though. What is going on now? This is plat dev. Oh, okay, that is definitely not fun. Because it absolutely did not do what it was supposed to do. It mentioned, like, let's check line 411. 411 here. Okay, so I have transactions cursor, but where is that coming from though? Road dot transactions cursor. Oh, Okay. Um. Yeah, having a hard time. So I'm just gonna let me search this, right? Okay, so this is where that function is being called, and it is being called using access token and transactions cursor. So the name of the well, I see transactions cursor is being used. However, the name of the wait, is it part transactions? Oh, wait, you know what? Looks like I need to go back to Plaid, right? So because I thought the cursor was per Plaid token. However, it looks like the cursor value is per transaction, which would be most interesting and much more harder to keep track of. So yeah, so here we have wait, I saw cursor just now. What the hell? Oh my god. All right, yeah, yeah, it is. Okay, so cursor. So the cursor value represents the last update requested, providing will cause response to only return changes after this update. Okay. Okay. Okay, this does not say much about the cursor value, right? Let's check this request field. I'm gonna expand this actually. Well, oh, Lee, wait, am I sharing my screen? Oh my God, oh my God, I apologize. I thought I was sharing my screen. Oh my goodness. Nah, that has to be the fail of the century. Yikes. All right, yeah, you should see my screen now. Let me know if you see my screen in the chat. Okay. All right. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Now you can see my screen, right? So yeah. What I was taking a look at, I was taking a look at this function, which is related to this issue I was working on, relating to transactions refresh, right, in the Dollar Night app, which is what we're working on. And if you haven't heard about Dollar Night, yeah, let me just tell you a little bit about Dollar Night. So Dollar Night is pretty much like a new, really, really new AI powered budgeting tool that does all the work for you, hence budgeting on autopilot, right? And so it's currently in public beta. And if you're in the United States or Canada, you can actually like try it out for free. If you're on Android or iOS, you can go get it right now. It's Dollar Night. Literally the two words dollar, like the US dollar, and night, like the English fighters, like old English fighters, old. But yeah, you get it. Slap them together. You could, go check it out right now. It's free, and yeah, it should save you a lot of time. All right, so yeah, back to the issue I was working on. This transaction refresh is still not working as it should. So yeah, let's go back here. All right, so I see the function is using a colon called this. However, the column in what's it called? The column in whoa. All right, I'm gonna stop that. I did not finish the prompt. So the column in super base is named. Let's just cursor. So all right, and then let me just confirm the name real quick, just to make sure we're not. So it's cursor. All right. So cursor. All right. So now we can send that away. So yeah, I should update this file with the right colon name. So that way, I can push this function. And once I deploy this function, for lack of a better term, yeah, I'm gonna try to run this again. Right. So yeah. Okay, so now it's pulling cursor. Okay. All right, looks like this must have done what we are actually looking for. So now I'm just gonna deploy the function. I'm gonna do super base. Um, is it functions deploy plot underscore dev. Okay, so the function is now deployed, which means we should be able to test. So now I'm just gonna run this app real quick. Let me pull up a simulator, our simulation device, our iPhone 16e, and hopefully it doesn't actually like take too long to boot up because I've started this device before, and today I'm just we should be set it. All right, so I'm gonna do a new terminal here. You know what? Why don't I just split terminal actually? So split terminal, so that way here I can just do further run. No, no, Flutter. I forgot the U. All right, so that should run the app on the iPhone 16e. Okay, so yeah, now I'm just waiting for that build here, as you can see. And I'm actually gonna sit down because I am tired a little bit. I'm gonna, eat a little tiny bit of pancake, because why not? All right, so this code build should really not take this long. Not sure what's going on, but I'll let it do its thing for like 2 more minutes, and I'll step in. Fuck. Hey, everybody, I'm in style. Hey, yes. Now it is fucking working. Like now, for the first time, it's actually putting transactions like up to today. Like I swear, this is the first time it's gonna do that. So now, like you can literally see what I bought today, which is Taco Bell. So yeah, you know what? Let us go back to the database. Go back to transactions. So I'm gonna delete. So I'm gonna delete like my top 100 or my most recent 100 transactions, right? And then go do a refresh. All right. So yeah, it looks like our fix is finally working. So I'm gonna delete like my most recent 100 transactions, and then go back to the app, do a refresh. So if they get reloaded. So for example, if this 304 goes back up, I swear I did not plan this. I know it says 304, but I did not even plan this. So if this 304 goes back up to 404, once I refresh in the app, then honestly, that means the fix worked. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a refresh, by the way. So refresh, put this here. All right, so still showing up to Taco Bell. Then I'm gonna refresh this again. You know what? I'm gonna refresh the old page, by the way. Oh, this is still 304. Interesting. Honestly, now I'm confused. Now I don't know if it actually worked or not. But if this is showing like up to Taco Bell, why is this not showing then? Oh, it worked. Yo, nah, but like, why is this showing 304? Okay, I'm gonna do a hard refresh. So Command Shift R. Let's see. Why is this still showing 304 though? That is like what is shocking me. You know what? I'm gonna clear out all the transactions except one. So honestly, oh yeah, it's not gonna work like that. It's not gonna work like that. Cause yeah, like on a normal day, a a user would not have access to the backend and they will literally not be able to like clear out their transactions through the backend like this. So yeah, we're kind of like going through a non-realistic scenario here, which is definitely breaking the process. So yeah, what we're gonna do is so obviously like that is definitely the reason why this is not pulling any more transactions. But yeah, I mean one thing I can do is go take out the cursor value, right? And basically that would make it look like there's been no transactions pulled at all, right? So because the cursor value is meant to like is being used to track the updates, right? Which is this value right here. So I'm just gonna go delete this, so it looks empty. And go delete this so it looks empty. Now I'll go back here and now I'll refresh the transactions here. So that should now, make a call that would like literally pull all the transactions again. There we go. 404. Yes, sir. All right. You know what? I swear this is like honestly, I've made like I'm done with what I probably need to do for today. And I feel so satisfied because this is like a critical part of this application, right? Like being able to get up to date information, especially when it comes to like your transactions. For example, again, like as you can see right here, today is the 1st of November, which is like, like these transactions right here. Um, so honestly, if you didn't see my first live stream earlier today, then you might not really know like the background to this issue that I'm working on. And now it's done, and I am so super excited. Like I'm excited. This is going to be like the part of the next updates. Going to App Store and Google Play Store. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna close this issue out real quick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Visual Studio Code. So you know what? Yeah. I mean, this is like pretty much the list of changes. So I'm just gonna do a commit here and push that commit to remote. So I mean, usually I just say something like done when I'm like done with the reason why I made that branch, right? So I'm just gonna do a commit and push, and I literally do have a automatic pipeline, that gets triggered on each push, and it creates a pull request automatically. And if you think I'm lying, take a look at pull request right here. It says one, right? And by this point, it should have created the new pull request. So if I literally just go in here and click in, there should be, I actually thought it was gonna be two, but like there's three. So there's been two before, like this one was 2 days ago, this was 5 hours ago, and this is the new pull request that was opened by GitHub Actions. So like ultimately, opens a pull request from that feature branch to whatever branch I specified, which is the beta branch for version 1.3 in this case. So I mean, usually one thing I do is like I just ask our Copilot to review the pull request, just to take a look at like what it looks like really, and suggest any changes that it thinks is going to be like appropriate for like the for this project. However, I've noticed like GitHub Copilot reviews, sometimes it looks like it doesn't really understand much context when it comes to the old code base and not just the files that were changed or the new code that was added. Because I promise you, I literally like just applied a couple of GitHub Copilot suggestions, and that literally like broke stuff. I literally had to go, revert some files to previous versions and then update them manually. So yeah, so advice to you: do not blindly, add or commit changes from GitHub Copilot to our recommendation. Make sure you actually like retweet yourself and make sure like what GitHub Copilot is recommending is actually going to be beneficial to your project and not even break things. Because I promise you, the breaking things part, is going to be the most annoying. And like honestly, you definitely do not want to, have to like deal with that, right? So yeah, just make sure you review what GitHub Copilot is telling you thoroughly. So all right, yeah, it's this review from Copilot is actually taking a long time here. Yeah, let me refresh the page to see if it has something yet, but it looks like no, which is interesting. Okay, honestly, this is taking too much time. Like, obviously, we've tested this code ourselves. We know it works, and we did not like work on files that do not like that are not even related to this issue. Okay. Looks like GitHub Copilot is cooking now. All right, so okay. Hmm. So it's saying, this query selects the crucial column, but does not select sync active, which is referenced on line 412. This will cause sync active to be undefined in the results. So sync active, interesting. Um, I mean, I wonder why that was not part of our initial code. So let us like quickly check if sync active is actually needed for this function. So I do sync active. Did I spell that correctly? Here. So sync underscore active. I'm gonna go here again. Sync underscore active. Honestly, it doesn't look like that is something that is needed. Like I'm looking through active, right? Uh, yeah, I don't think that is something that is needed, right? Like obviously the stuff works even without that. So I mean, again, so what I think I would do is like literally take it out of line 412. So I'm just gonna go to that file, go to line 412, which is right here. So there's something, calling sync active, the row sync active, right? So I mean, yeah, I would just like take it out like that. Let me like search other occurrences. So Command Shift R, wait, Command Shift F. Okay, so there's two occurrences, right, in the old code base. So one is here, one is here. Okay, so it's literally like that one line. So I mean, I'm just gonna pop out that line, and I'll get ready to, make another push. So that should resolve one of these items. And when you make a new push, like GitHub Copilot would update, its recommendations, right? So all right, so yeah, let's walk through this again. So it says the sync active field is extracted but not used. I removed it. Oh, okay. So it's actually like doing that for us here, right? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna just do a Windows Z here. So I wouldn't want to like just make a push again. I'm just gonna commit this. So again, I've reviewed this. Like this is exactly the change I went to make myself. So I'm just gonna commit these changes because I know it makes sense. So I'm gonna commit that, and then um okay, so let's see what else do we have here. All right, so it says that the query select cursor from this, but does not select this, which is referenced in line. I mean, this we just took care of this, isn't it? Let's refresh this page. Again, line 412, we literally like just took care of that, but you know what? Yeah, let's skip that one for now. Um, all right, so here it says the mutation retry logic only retries once per mutation event. If multiple mutations occur during a long-running sync, subsequent mutations will not be handled and will cause the sync to fail. Consider implementing a retry counter to handle multiple consecutive mutations. Like what exactly is mutation here? I honestly do not know. So you know what? I'm gonna copy this and do Control C, which is my shortcut for Microsoft Copilot. So I'm just gonna paste that, of course, do and say like what does Copilot mean by mutations? Because I do not understand. Okay, so it says mutations are refers to changes made to data, typically in a database file system or application state that need to be synchronized with another system or service. Okay, so it's basically changes that needs to be synchronized. All right. Okay, so oh shit, you know what? I'm gonna close this. Yeah, this one. So pretty much add some lines to. Wait, it says it should. Wait, this said you should consider implementing a retry counter to handle multiple consecutive mutations. However, the lines it's suggesting here are not this. This is not a retry function, right? This is just a catch error. So, okay, I'm definitely like skipping that. I don't think it's necessary. However, sounds like a good idea, but might not really be needed since we've tested and what we do works. Plus, this suggestion does not even the code for that suggestion does not actually make sense. The suggestion does, but the code does not to me. All right, so the function comment. mentions handling this, but sync operation itself does not handle this and is managed by the edge function. The comment should be updated to reflect that this blah blah blah. All right, yeah, okay, this makes sense. I'm gonna commit this. All right, so wait, I don't like how it like makes me lose focus of where I'm at. Cancel. All right, so I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Uh, okay. All right, so okay, yeah, back to business. Check that, skipping that. All right, let's see what the next one is for. So it says the comment states cursor will be saved back to. Okay, yeah, you know what, this makes sense. Yeah, I absolutely do not like. Oh shit! Looks like we've gotten to the end of the suggestions. We haven't checked this one though. So this user variable has more always evaluates to true. Wait, what? In 226. 226. Wow, 226. 226. I mean, I don't know. What we do works, so check that again if it's not working. All right, you know what? I'm gonna trigger a re-review because some of those items have been fixed, but it's not showing as fixed right now. Okay, let's go to 371 and take out sync active. 371. 371, which is here. All right, so sync active is not even there. All right. So I mean, you know what? Let me pull what is in the remote. So I'm gonna just do git pull. Right. Now let me check that 371 again. All right, yeah, it's not there. So like, all right, this is good. I'm just gonna merge this. So we're done with that issue, which is honestly that is not even bad at all. All right, this issue should actually be automatically closed. Cause like, but yeah, I need to work on making sure like the issues get closed automatically once I complete the merge. All right, so this is closed now, which is good. So yeah, let us go work on this other issue. But let me go here. Now let me go here. Go to budget for. Oh shit, this is actually like my real budget. Let me go to October budget. You know what? No, let me go to November budget. So if I go to spend, it should show like I've spent something like because this is November, right? So like 35, 36, $37. Probably like $37. So November budget, let's do spent. Yeah, there we go, 36. So like, yep, like this, this shit actually like works. This application works. Yeah, dollar nine is it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Haha. Yeah, these are my transactions. I have three accounts connected. Chime 77. Um, I'm broke. My startup is literally taking all my money. Everyone, y'all gotta help me out. Find me an investor, y'all. Help a young CEO out. All right, so yeah, let's quickly work on this issue. So yeah, this issue pertains to, let's say you're on, like, you're trying to run the stuff manually, right? So you're trying to process transactions manually. I really cannot even do this right now. Uh, yeah, now I think I messed up the opportunity I could have used. But yeah, you know what? I can still actually like use it. So like this is a good example. For example, this should still be rolling right now because it's not done yet, right? So all right. So let me create a branch for this. Branch of beta 1.3, create branch, copy that, go to local dev and just paste that, real simple, and do enter. All right, so now we're on the new branch, and over here in the background, like we can definitely like see, that function, the process transactions is currently running, which we could take a closer look at here. I mean, it's still running, and the bug is like it's not showing while it's still running. Like there, we can see, it's done, right? And out of 56, it processed now 49, 7 is unmapped. So over here, we can just like go in real quick to see what is unmapped. So we have our purchase Facebook. Not sure. It says recurring for 136. Not sure what that is for. Not sure what that's for, but let's check other things. So we have Uber. This should be, I mean, this should not even be difficult. Oh shit, not clothes. Nope. This should be transportation. Okay. Yeah, this is based on budget items, not budget categories. So yeah, I mean, this should be, my miscellaneous, like if, okay. I mean, lift at the same time because I did not budget for that. So miscellaneous. And this Facebook charges, I am not sure what these are, honestly. So again, yeah, we'll just put them to miscellaneous. I'm just gonna put that to miscellaneous as well. I mean, with this is also a Facebook, thing. Like we literally do not have to correct everything, right? Because like once you're done correcting, like you basically gotta run it again, and then it learns from the corrections you've made, right? And like it uses that to adjust its feature process. So I'm just gonna save that. That should be successful, and then run process transactions again, and this should come back relatively quicker. And like all the remaining 7 transactions should now be processed. Yep, which is what exactly happened. All right, so yeah, let's fix this bug real quick. I've usually made the brand for that already. All right, so I'm just gonna go here, go copy, and go to Zencoder, make a new chat, close this, because we're done with that. And now this is a thing on auto spent ad page. So we're just gonna to look for that page real quick. Um, Screens, no. Pages, budgets, yes. Auto ad spend page, yes. This page. So let me search for loading. All right, so there's a thing with the loading. All right, so let me paste this. So previous generations button is not staying in loading state before success or failure of function. I'm gonna say please fix. All right. So while that the Zencoder AI is working in the background, you know what? Let me do this and do this. So that way it's much more. Uh oh, that was not the plan. Wow, so you really, really have to be in the middle, like interesting. Like you literally have to be at this white stuff to move both at the same time. All right, so yeah, so what that is, oh shit. You know what? Looks like Zencoder is actually done. And before we test it, we're gonna well, you know what? Let me reduce how much this space this takes here. So that way we pretty much like have everything we need open at once and we don't have to, keep reopening and closing tabs. Okay. All right. So now we want to test this. And before we test, let us refresh this page real quick. So do a hot reload, right? And let's go back. So as we can see, pretty much all the transactions are processed already, right? Let me Blood of Zachariah. I promise you, I have not spent this much, but I mean, this is not something that a user would experience. This is for testing purposes. All right, so other once everything is processed, so I'm going to delete probably like 30 transactions, maybe 20, and then test again. So let's go to transactions processing log, and then we're gonna go get my user ID. Well, it's even here actually. Damn, am I the only one that has processed transactions? Well, no. Let's do 1,000. Yes, not just me, but damn. Yeah, let me actually like stay focused. So let me copy that, make a filter, add filter by user ID, paste my user ID, verify it is my user ID. So now that is done, you know what? I'm gonna put this to full screen for a minute and um budget item. Okay, yeah, yeah. So I think yeah, so for me, only me, I have 228. So I think I'm gonna delete 100, right? So that was gonna be like process 100 transactions again. And like, that is going to give us time to see that, okay, yeah, the process transactions button is actually, it stays like rolling even before we get the success or failure command, right? So process now. So now, we can see there's more things that are on process, right? I mean, I literally deleted 100. So like this should be about 100, but doesn't matter as long as we have unprocessed stuff. So I'm now click that. Now there we go. So like you can see, like the button stays rolling, rolling, rolling until like the stuff is done. So yeah, this is like a much quicker fix. Yeah, it's basically just adjusting like the boolean value states between true and false, making sure it's in the right state at the right time. So yeah, this is a easy fix. Another successful vibe coding session, honestly, and absolutely cannot complain about that. So yeah, I mean, we're just for the purpose of demonstration, we're just gonna wait for the success feedback, like successful function feedback, and yeah, once that is done, yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream and go take care of some things at home, right? This is not a bad day at all, honestly. And you can see, in the debug, with the debug prints, like those transactions are being mapped and updated in real time. Oh yeah, no, oh yeah, no, oh yeah, no, oh yeah, no. I want to. I want to the party. Yeah. All right, my people. Thank you for joining again. This is another successful day of back coding, and we'll be here same time, same station, but tomorrow. See y'all and stay blessed. Bye.